Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the week of October 3rd. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Aquarius. Now I'm using the Tarot Muka as well as the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck and the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. So let's go ahead and let's get into it here. I'm going back to using the 9-card Lenormand spread. I think just feeling guided to use this spread recently. So, all right. Go ahead and take a couple of these Oracle cards here. And all right. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is all about somebody who has an extreme focus on something. You know, some of you could be, I get the sense that some of you are going to have a lot of contact with people here in this week. You have 2 kings, you have a queen, you have a page, and you also have you have 2 pages, 2 kings, a queen. You also have this card that indicates many right here. And so I think that some of you are going to be there are going to be a lot of different people that you may be dealing with in this week. I think there are a lot of different people who appear in your life in some form or fashion in this week. You know, you could be really somebody who is displaying your authority in life or on a certain subject at this time. Like maybe you are the person that people go to at work for something specific. The King of Swords is a subject matter expert. You know, this is something that that I think that some of you could be showing up in other people's lives as the King of Swords, especially because you are an air sign. And so, yeah, the King of Swords can really be any air sign. You also have a counterpart here showing up with the King and the Queen of Swords. Could definitely be love coming in for some of you here. Maybe towards the end of the week. The thing is, or in the future here, the thing is, this might be something that doesn't start off exactly like sparks flying. This might be something that catches you by surprise a little bit. Like this person, if you do have a counterpart and you are single, this person might surprise you a little bit. Like you might just not be expecting this, or what I should say is they might not be your usual type of person that you kind of are interested in. But yeah, so anyway, in the overall position here, you do have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is really asking you to have a level head, to stay calm, and to practice composure, like have a strong composure over yourself. If you look here, like there's a lot going on. There's a fish flying, you know, there's chaos here, right? The waves are breaking in on this person, and it doesn't matter. Like they're living it, right? They are throwing their cups in the air. They're having a good time. They're living their best life here. And, you know, for some of you, this could be showing up as your need to maybe have composure over a situation, particularly because you have all of these people showing up in this reading, all of these court cards here, and it is possible that some of you maybe need to like mediate a dispute, or you may need to just kind of keep a level head, keep your cool. Also trust your intuition here when you get the King of Cups. In the past, you have the Page of Wands, you have the 2 of Swords, and you also have the 7 of Cups here. So, you know, this Page of Wands is all about potentially a job offer or some sort of exciting invitation. If it's not a job offer, some of you may have been, you know, some of you may have received an invitation to something that like really kind of ignited you, made you feel alive, made you feel on fire. You know, some of you could have had something like that happen recently here with this Page of Wands in the past. For sure, this can be kind of like, it can be good news, it can be a job offer, an opportunity, it could be a fire sign, but it could really be something that just sort of like gets you going in life. You have this 2 of Swords as well. There's been some clarity here that you've needed to kind of have. Definitely with the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Cups here, both can be considered like confusion or blindfold energy. You can see that this person has a blindfold, they're wearing a blindfold, and then the 7 of Cups is like this person being like a little bit confused or taken aback by the amount of choices that they have in their life. So there's been something here in the past that just has not been totally clear for you. There's been something that has been just a little bit, I'm getting this phrase, you've been on the edge of something here a little bit recently. I do think maybe some of you have been on the edge with somebody as well in terms of communication. This is probably connected to work. This could actually, I mean, you have this Page of Cups, which is like maybe the arrival of a new relationship. And so I don't know if this is pre-existing love, that you've been on the edge with. Maybe you do have a counterpart here. Okay, so I will say you do have a counterpart with the King and the Queen of Swords. So it is possible that maybe you and your partner, your significant other, are maybe like working through some quarreling type of energy, or you've been quarreling, or you've been sort of like kind of on edge, and maybe you're looking to sort of create healthy conversations between the two of you, or fix some communication situations. I also think for many of you, this is communication with somebody at work. In the middle of the month, or sorry, not the month, in the middle of the, in the current situation, my apologies, I'm still in the monthly readings. Check out your monthly reading if you've not checked out your monthly reading. In the current situation, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the King of Cups, and you also have the Hermit card. All right, so could be dealing with a Virgo, could be dealing with a water sign or an air sign, right? I mean, we've got all sorts of signs here, zodiac signs here. The Hermit card is the Virgo card. Obviously, we're now out of Virgo season and we're in this Libra season here. But the the Hermit card is all about kind of finding the light that is within you. And it can ask you to go into a period of introspection and to cut out the noise, to commune with the universe, to explore the universe, and kind of take this solo journey and do it for yourself, not necessarily do it for other people. I think some of you are like managing expectations at this time. I think so, I think that's what some of you are doing. You're managing expectations here. And it's very important that you do that in this month for whatever reason. And I think it's this, when I say managing expectations, what I mean is like, I think you're having to deal with other people and like keep everything kind of afloat in that area, but you're also trying to find space for yourself with this Hermit card. Okay, I think some of you are trying to find space for yourself, and this could really be showing up for you here in this week. King of Cups, I've talked about how this can be needing to be like as calm as still water, but it's also this idea of maybe somebody, the King of Cups can be considered to be a good partner in the tarot. I don't attach gender to my card, so you can take on any of these cards, or you can be dealing with anybody. It doesn't matter, right? These are just kind of energies of people. And the King of Cups, this can be somebody who's like considered to be a good partner in the tarot. And so I do feel like, if you are partnered and you've been in some sort of like communication situation with them, you've been having some issues around communication, I do think that this person is willing to work with you on a solution to the problem. You also have this Queen of Swords. Now, what I will say is, if this is you here, okay, which it might be because this is an air sign, this is, to me, giving me this vibe of like sometimes there's like a give and take in relationships, right? And sometimes we also need to make sure that we're meeting everybody's needs, and we're being a little bit flexible. It's a great time to be flexible with 6 planets in retrograde. I will say that with 6 planets in retrograde, it's a great time to be flexible. We also here in October, it won't happen for a little bit yet, but not this week, but it'll happen in October. We do have a Mars retrograde. Be careful about burning bridges in the month of October, okay? Be very, very careful about burning bridges, okay? It's easier to say things that we later regret and get into quarrels during a Mars retrograde. So yeah, you've been warned, especially because it's Mars in Gemini for like 6 or 7 months. So yeah, just heads up. In the future, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, and you also have the World here. Now, what's going on is if you are single, there's this energy here of somebody being interested and available to you here with this Page of Cups, but you like ignoring them, or you not necessarily feeling like this is somebody that you usually go for. The Four of Cups is this person's like bored, apathetic, but more importantly, they're missing out on an opportunity. Okay, there's an opportunity right here, but they are not focused on what is right above them. They're focused on these 3 cups here. And so do not miss out on some sort of love opportunity in this month, okay? Like, you know, don't feel afraid, for example, to like send a follow-up text, or don't feel afraid to, you know, ask them how they're feeling, or, you know, get clear communication with this person, because there's something showing up here as a missed opportunity potentially in love. So just something to consider here. You also here have this World card, which is really nice. You are coming to some sort of closure or completion. There's an element of certainty that comes along with the World. You can be certain of a connection, you can be certain of yourself, you can be certain of your path. There is something that you can be certain of when you have the World card in the future. It's a very nice card. It's a strong card because it's the last card in the Major Arcana. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Oh, so you actually have 4 of these Oracle cards. So you have Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. You have Sage, be devoted and committed. You have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. And you also have Hermit, retreat and recharge. Okay, some of you are afraid of committing to somebody if you are single, or you're afraid of just committing to a partnership generally, okay? Something about commitment here. I also think there's a work commitment. Remember I said, okay, what was the phrase I said? Oh, you're managing expectations at this time. There's something connected to your work here where you can't ignore the work, a work situation, but you also are striking this balance around like having time for yourself and also making sure that you're doing a proper job in your workplace, or you're doing something that you need to do in your workplace. You have the Hermit here twice showing up in a different form, in Oracle form, which is interesting here. So let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this situation even more. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. Really do appreciate you spending your time with me. Thanks for being here. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the 2 of Cups, you have the 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups, Strength card, and 6 of Swords. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles, and next to the 2 of Cups. Definitely a connection here. Definitely a connection here. The seeds have been planted a while ago. You may have, or before, you may have already met this person at the time of that you're viewing this reading. You may have already met this person. Yeah, this has been kind of happening here for some time now. This has been percolating, if you will. And, you know, you could definitely see a test in this relationship here in the future with the Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands, you can think of as a test. The people here on the card are fighting or sparring. They're looking to win the reward of the 6 of Wands. And, you know, for some of you, you could be putting a relationship to the test, or somebody could be putting you to the test here as well. That wouldn't surprise me either. You have the, okay, so then that's in relationships. There's also this thing in your work life where you're managing expectations, you're managing relationships as well. Like you're trying to make sure your work relationships are going well. You're trying to keep them all together, keep them all aligned, kind of, yeah. At this time as well. You have the 7 of Cups, the Strength card, and the 6 of Swords. But the 7 of Cups, you actually, I just realized you have that twice in this reading. So there has been in the past here, there has been some definite confusion in your life. Confusion about, let's see what it's about. Well, that doesn't help. You have the High Priestess, which is a mystery. So there is just something that has been, totally unclear here with the Seven of Cups twice and the High Priestess. High Priestess, you literally don't get to know the High Priestess, because like that is the whole purpose of that card. It is something that is mysterious. It is something that is potentially hidden or unseen, or the High Priestess shows up as a way shower, but after they show you the way, that's it. You don't get to know the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is super desirable in love. Everybody wants to get with the High Priestess, but nobody gets to get with the High Priestess. That's like the whole point. And so it's interesting here that some of you have that showing up. Maybe that's the way that you feel about this person or this connection, that is just like you recognize that they are desirable by many. And some of you may also just need to really have more confidence in yourself as it relates to a connection if you're here and you're single. The Strength card says just have courage to go for something big here. And the Six of Swords says that you're probably going through a transition at this time in different areas of your life, especially with the World card and the Six of Swords. This is heavily related to other relationships showing up here. And for some of you, this is obviously romantic and like a new love interest. And for others of you, this is a business relationship in some ways. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card, final boss here. Okay, you're very close to completing something. You will complete it in the future with the World. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.